Hey everyone, and welcome back. Has anyone ever mentioned the definition of insanity, which is doing things over and over again and expecting different results? Because that's how I feel opening these things. Um, but this is all of the prismatic evolutions that I've managed to find in the last month and a half. I didn't want to pay ridiculous amounts, because it's not actually hard to find this set. It's hard to find it at amounts that aren't stupid, but I'm not trying to pay, 80, 90, $100 for a booster bundle. So this is what we got. We've got a surprise box, booster bundle, an Eevee pouch, and just 2 loose packs that I got. A little bit about this set. Big card is the Umbreon. Personally, I'd be fine with pulling quite literally anything. I collect full art trainers, and I still need a couple of them from this set. I need the Larry, the Time, and the deacified Airy from Team Star, and then I'll have all of them. Haven't pulled any of the SIRs, which is unfortunate because I am collecting every illustration rare and special illustration rare in Scarlet and Violet. I did go ahead and buy my 2 favorites from this set, which are the Kieran and the Janine. For my full art trainers, they're right here. I think they're just incredibly beautiful cards, and they're on the cheaper end of SIRs from this set, so not a huge loss. But yeah, as far as that collection goes, I will actually be pulling out the binder and showing off the cards and the progress that I've made on that at the end of this, so stick around or fast forward to the end if you'd like, but I'll get these guys open. I'll be back with you shortly. Boom. Alright, I've got everything all out of the packaging and kind of arranged by pack art right here. We've got Espeon and Umbreon, we've got the original trio, we've got Leafeon and Glaceon, the Sinnoh homies over here, and then we've got Eevee and my personal favorite, Sylveon. The Sylveon is probably the card that I still want the most after those 2 trainers that I bought. And then for the additional stuff, we've got this lovely little Eevee pouch here. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. The top results when I asked Reddit were either put hot dogs in it or shove it up my butt. So, jury's still out, but I'll probably just put my dice and stuff for D&D in here. And then from the surprise box, we've got little dividers with all of the guys on them, double-sided. Very nice. I also heard that the surprise box is really good for holding top loaders, so that's nice. I've got a few of those that I've been meaning to store in a better place than just the lunchbox that I have. And then here's the surprise promo. I didn't look at it, but I really hope it's a Sylveon or a Leafeon. Hey, Jolteon, I'll take it. Got a little stamp like it's one of the pre-release decks. We'll just put you back here with your little brother. And let's start opening these packs. We'll start with this guy. Yeah, just kind of go through these a little quick because there are a few packs here. Prismatic is just such a set, one of the sets of all time. Yeah. Nah, you either love it or you hate it with Prismatic. It's just brutal because they gutted the middle rarities. So it's like either you pull an SIR or you just feel scammed. Because the full art trainers are cool, but that's the only midpoint between a regular card and an SIR. Because it's yeah, you've got the Pokeballs and the Master Balls, but they don't really feel like hits, I like cards that look cool, and it's they just kind of have a little bit of foil on them. But, there's still some really cool stuff, and if we do pull an SIR, it's gonna be really neat, because I think they all look really nice. Slowpoke and an Okidogi. We'll do a Leafeon Glaceon. We got Dunsparce, Houndour, Applin, Goldeen, Shaman, Ogre's Mask, a Kieran, just the regular one, Dunsparce, a Cottony, and a full art Amaris. Alright, starting it off strong. That's, I Should have opened these a couple of days ago. I actually just bought that one. But cool, full art trainer. I love those, so we'll take that first hit. Let's open up an Espeon and Umbreon. Rotostick, Fanrotom, Habamberry, Hoot Hoot, Slowking, Binding Mochi, Area 0 Underdepths, a Leafeon, a Hoot Hoot, and alright, cool, second hit, Flareon EX. This is actually incredible luck for Prismatic Evolutions, alright. Maybe I need to, I don't know, be mean to the packs or something? I feel like whenever I'm, like, positive and treating the cards nicely, I never pull anything, so maybe I just need to start, like, I can't call Larvitar ugly, he's very cute. I don't know, like, yeah, you suck, Heatran. There's definitely not going to be anything good in this pack. Explorer's Guidance, a Seaking, and this is actually kind of hilarious. We're pulling the whole gang. we got twins. Alright, we'll just flank you a little bit. This is actually incredibly good for Prismatic Evolutions. I am shocked. No Pokeballs or Master Balls, but I've said my piece on them, so honestly I'm fine if we don't see them. Cottonee, Professor's Research, Great Tusk, Professor Sada, Suicune, Shaman, Professor's Research, and a Sylveon. Not the one we're looking for, but I do love that art. The little tendrils. I found out that, like, Sylveon's ribbons are called feelers officially, and I really don't like that. It makes it just sound like a little bug creature. I don't want to think about Sylveon like a bug. Duraludon, Black Belt, Bronzor, Professor's Research, Bronzong, Earthen Vessel, Rescue Board. Oh, Pokeball Black Belt's training. That's cool. We'll put you here. Glaceon and a Dunsparce. Alright. Okay, cool. Leafeon, Glaceon. Professor's Research, Dusclops, Dunsparce, Houndour, Janine, the regular one, Regigigas, Lacey, oh, Pokeball, Amaris. Alright, we got the squad. Alright, put you over here next to the Jolteon just off screen, and the Nespeon. Alright. I think we're at around the halfway point. Actually a really good showing for Prismatic. Honestly, I can't complain about this. This is probably the best streak that I've been on. Houndoom, I think I might see something, actually. I'm just being delusional, maybe, but I think I saw the corner of something. Briar, Amaris, Riolu. I got jebaited. It was just a Vaporeon. Very cute artwork of Vaporeon, though. I love Vappy Boy. We'll do another Leafeon Glaceon. Berry, Owl, Dreepy, Miltank. That's actually a really nice Miltank art. I like Miltank. Do you like Miltank? Bronzong, Pokeball, Hoot Hoot, Dunsparce, and a Jolteon. I think we're pulling all the boys in the back. I only have 2 of the Eevee Sylveon packs. We'll save those for last. We got the boys. Take the energy off of there too. We got the Badoo that's terrorizing the TCG apparently. I love the whole Rose Red line, so that makes me very happy. Baneri, Hippowdon, Sinnoh pack so far, and a Pinsir. Diplin, Area 0 Underdepths, Bug Catching Set, Dracloak, Applin, and a Groudon. We'll do the last of the Kanto ones. Let's scoot these to the center. There's just a mountain of trash off to the side. Don't worry about that. Duraludon, Hawlucha, Explorer's Guidance, Regigigas, Professor Sada with the weird foil, Lopunny, and Glaceon. Alright, we're getting down to the wire now. If we could make any progress to the illustration collection, I would be ever so grateful, because I I don't think I'm going to be buying much more Prismatic after this. It's just, it's a pain to find for not stupid prices. It doesn't feel that great to open because of just how, like, empty the middle of the set is. And we got a Noivern we got a new Noivern EX. Sorry, I didn't mean to say GX. I've been looking at a lot of Sun and Moon cards lately. We'll put you here. All right. Last Lithium Glaceon pack. You know, I keep ragging on Prismatic, but this is literally the best opening I've had with it. Maybe there's some magic in these last three. Got Duskull, Cottonee, Litleo, Dracloak, Techno Radar, Great Tusk, Professor Sada, Okie Dokie, Spritzy, and a Jolteon. Alright, last two packs. We've got Eevee and Sylveon. I was saving these because they are my favorites. Okay. Applin had a little avalanche of trash over there. We'll fix it later. Hoot Hoot, Amaris, Hawlucha, Techno Radar, Festival Grounds, Pokeball Baneri, and we'll just put you over there by the Noivern, and a Jolteon. Alright, everyone. Last pack time. Scoot these in so they're more visible. Applin, Goldeen, Roto Stick, Fan Rotom, Carmine, Great Tusk, Professor Sada, Lacey, Flareon, and a Noctowl. Alright, cool. Actually a decent amount of hits. I really can't complain. This is actually incredible from Prismatic. You know, if you count the Pokeballs, which, you know, jury's still out, but that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. That's not bad at all. Nothing to add to the illustration collection, but if you want to see some, I will go through them now. So if you want to stick around and look at some cool cards, let's do this. I will just scoot these guys off screen. So I keep my trainers in my main collection binder. So we saw the Kieran and the Janine Secret Art. We've also got the Obsidian Flames Poppy. This is like a $2 card. You can pick this up for really cheap, and it's so cute. Like, come on, it's Poppy. I've got the Rika from Paradox Rift. Rika is my friend's favorite character, so gotta have some Rika rep. Professor Sada's Vitality, featuring my favorite Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, Palmy. Very cute. We've got the Kieran from Twilight Masquerade. Pulled this one myself at like 6 in the morning once. Very cool. Got him from a vending machine. I have both of the Kieran SIRs and the full art, so full line of Kierans. We've got the Obsidian Flames Gita. Very cool. We've got Miriam from Scarlet and Violet. This was like a really expensive card when the set first came out because it was like the Waifu Nation or something. I don't know. Guess they really showed up, but I think it's a beautiful card. Especially paired with the Dendra. I really like Dendra and Miriam, and I'm hoping I can get the Tulip really soon to finish the Scarlet Violet Girlies trio. So that was the trainers, so let's get into the Pokemon, which I do have a little binder for. Gamegenic, just my favorite brand of binder. They're what I can find readily available, and they're really affordable. So they are mostly alphabetical, with the exception of just one new card at the end that I picked up today. Didn't feel like reorganizing everything for one card. So I'll just go through real slowly and just call out like any that I have some backstory for. I love that Articuno so much. I've pulled like 3 of him. One of the best cards from Journey Together, honestly. My favorite cards from 151 and Stellar Crown. I love Bulbasaur. Rend is probably one of my favorite artists. I just really like the realism of their cards. That Clobbopus is incredible. I think it's by the same guy that did Bubble Meal. We got Cramorant having a panic attack. I love him. I got both Crustals. Excited to get a third when Black Bolt and White Flare come out. We've got Doc's Bun. I love that one. And the Diplin is so colorful. I love him. We've got... find the best way to look through this so I'm not like hunched over like some sort of creature. We've got a Lowland Doug trio, always a vibe. We've got the Twilight Masquerade Eevee, the Sleeping Eevee from the Elite Trainer box of background fame. And then you'll notice that, hey, isn't this card from Prismatic? Why didn't you show that with the other two? So this isn't from Prismatic, it's from Terrastal Festival, which is the Japanese version. These are kind of the exception to my collection rule, just because the English ones are so obscenely expensive. If I, obviously I'd like to get all of these in English, but like, we're using Japanese for now as a placeholder, and we'll loop back around if we actually like pull them, or if they eventually do get cheaper. Got Fido, I love that one so much. Furret, this was an insta buy for me when Journey Together came out, because he's just so cute. Galvantula, I think this was my first SIR that I pulled. I didn't even realize it was an SIR. I thought that's just how they did full arts in that set. I definitely did not have him with the rest of the collection for the longest time. I've got Terrastal Glaceon here. The best illustration rare in Scarlet and Violet. It's not even close. Get out of here, Magikarp. It's gulping, eating a cake. Like, come on. We've got the really beautiful Houndoom from Shrouded Fable, which was one of the first ones that I pulled, actually. Shrouded Fable was very good to me. Have people come around on Shrouded Fable? I know it kind of got dunked on for a while. Destined Rivals Hydrapple. Some ETB promos. 2 Joltix. I'm excited for him to get a third card as well. Japanese Jolteon. One of the best Destined Rivals cards up here, the Kangaskhan. Very pretty. Iono's Kilowattrel as well. A lot of pretty color on this page. The Kingdra, which is another top tier art. The Great Wave of Kanagawa looking guy. Misty's Lapras of Pulled on This Channel fame. We've got Lechonk. I love him. Mabostiff. Also love him. And that's the best Lickitung card ever made. Not even close. Oh, okay, story time. This one actually has a fun story. So there's a game shop nearby that lets you order cards online and pick them up in the store. I saw this for $3, and I was like, oh, cool, that's sick. I haven't seen this promo, like, outside of, like, a card show. I'll pick them up for $3. They missed the Pokemon Center stamp. This is not a $3 card. I didn't realize it until I picked it up. So, sorry, guys, I accidentally highway robbed you, I guess, but I appreciate you missing it. That's a Mousehold from Paldea Evolved. I really enjoy that one. Team Rocket's Meowth. I still need a second one for the Meowth collection. This is for this one. Got the Surging Sparks Mesprit. Did anyone else think that was a giant print line when they got this one? Because I was about to cry when I saw it, but no, it turns out it's just part of the card. Incredibly beautiful Minior. There's a card really similar to that in Pocket now. I got the Minun from Paradox Rift. I really want to get the Plusle to go with it. Miss Magius, another really beautiful card from Paldea Evolved. Honestly, if you like illustration rares, just get a bunch of Paldea Evolved. We got the Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. That's another one of people's favorites. I think it's a little overrated, but it is a very beautiful card. Like, not knocking it at all. This is the Noibat that haunts my dreams because I've pulled him about 6 times now. I love him. I don't love him that much. Got an Almanite from 151. Some Ogrepons. There's so many Ogrepons. Like, I think I'm literally going to have, like, a 3-page spread of Ogrepons by the time I'm done. You know, like, years from now, because there's so many of these. Orbeetle from Destined Rivals. Pachirisu, very cute card. Definitely pick it up. Got my Palafins. This is probably my favorite card in all of Scarlet and Violet. It's the Paldean Fates Pawmi. I have like 5 copies of it just because it's everywhere and it's like $1, so I usually just pick it up if I'm placing a big order at a card store. I love it so much. We got Palmot. very cute. We just need a fancy Palmo, and I'll be very happy. Pidgeot. That is actually I think this was the first illustration card that I pulled. I didn't even really know what it was, but I thought it was really cool. I got back into collecting after a really long break at the beginning of Sun and Moon. So there's all these new rarities that I had no idea even existed. And then I got this in like 3 packs of Obsidian Flames, and I was like, well, I'm obsessed. But yeah, so that's kind of where it started. We got Porygon Z, a favorite of mine, little Quaxley, and Reboot. Routes. I have the Curlia as well, a couple of pages ago. Still need the Gardevoir. Raichu, that's a favorite of mine. He's just really cute and sleepy. Riolu with Separation Anxiety is another favorite of mine. Got Rookidee. Cynthia's Roserade. I probably should have held off on buying that, but I wanted it so bad. Shaman from Destined Rivals. I was so happy when I pulled that one. That was, like, this was the card that ended the dry streak. I love it so much. Shiinotic. Stoned Slackoff. We've just got some happy little ice guys and a Slowpoke who's just happened to be included. I actually really like this 4-page spread. Like, I typically try to keep this in alphabetical order, but it looks so nice, I might just keep them together. Really nice cards here. We got Sprigatito, we got Stunfisk, and we got the 2 Squirtles. Stellar Crown Squirtle is absolutely gorgeous. We got just some really nice cards over here. Getting to the end of the binder. Tatsugiri, honestly, that is a contender for the best illustration rare. Honestly, it's just so unique. The Toad School, very cool. Poor little Tinkatank, someone please help him. Tropius, who is one of my favorite Pokemon, actually. I used him on my team back in Platinum, and you can really tell that a 9-year-old made that team, because, like, I had a Golduck and a Tropius. Like, come on. Hopswooloo. Paldean Wooper flourishing in his slop, unbothered. Vibrava. Vivian. Zamazenta. 2 Zoruas. And to finish it off, I just picked this guy up today. It's the Shrouded Fable Dusclops. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working to here. Thank you for letting me show my toys off to you and for putting up with a bunch of packs of nonsense. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you have a good night and a good weekend. Laters.